Get your passports ready. We're about to take a trip to the ninth largest country in Europe with a population well over 38 million, Poland. You may ask, why Poland? Well, in the 1970s, the average Pole smoked more than 3,500 cigarettes a year. That's almost 300 cigarettes per month. And by the late 1980s, Poland ranked the highest in smoking worldwide. But at that time, it was normal to smoke because there was nothing wrong with it. Smoking was considered attractive, fun, and it made you feel good. Plus, everyone smoked, including artists, cartoons, models, and movie stars. Even Santa Claus smoked. Doctors couldn't work without him, parents needed them, and you couldn't get a date without him. Cigarettes were the newest and most convenient way to smoke tobacco. Many people believed that cigarettes were now safer because they have filters and prevent smokers from inhaling carbon monoxide. The cool feeling of menthol also made smoking even more pleasurable. But the best side effect of all was a decrease in the smoker's appetite. Cigarette sales were increasing across the world, but not fast enough. To get new customers, the cigarette companies attracted women by making new feminine cigarettes. The cigarette companies even advertised to everyday families, new parents, and worst of all, young kids. There came to a point where the cigarette companies could not make them fast enough. To please their customers, they packaged apology letters into each pack of cigarettes and promised they would start making more and they would never run out again. While smoking was increasing steadily in Poland, so was the rate of lung cancer. However, the cigarette companies were making billions of dollars from cigarettes, and so was the Polish government. So instead of decreasing the manufacture of cigarettes, the Polish government allowed cigarette industries to increase advertisement and consumption by 10% each year. Plus, the government controlled the new evidence of the negative effects of smoking to ensure their economy would continue to thrive. However, the new evidence of cigarettes causing cancer was not enough to get the people to stop smoking. The Anti-Tobacco Society needed a higher level of help and commitment from the Polish government to beat the huge tobacco industries and their appealing advertisements. However, like many drugs, smoking is highly addictive and requires a personal behavior change for every smoker. This is when the Polish government realized they had to change their addictive country, or cigarettes would be their new Holocaust. As years passed, smoking became Poland's second deadliest threat to adult health, causing 1 in 10 deaths. This new evidence made smoking the leading cause of preventable death worldwide. Poland's scientific community was not going to let this continue to happen. They started the anti-tobacco movement. The group started by spreading the word of how the cancer epidemic in Poland is due to the cigarette smoking. They shared their findings at international workshops and other scientific conferences. The Polish Anti-Tobacco Society even began to interact with the World Health Organization and the International Union Against Cancer. At the same time, the Health Promotion Foundation was established to carry out anti-tobacco education efforts by hosting a tobacco-free New Europe meeting with health advocates that resulted in policy recommendation to eventually become anti-tobacco laws. The new tobacco laws were finally completed and handed to the Polish Senate in 1991. 4 years later, in 1995, the Polish government passed the new set of laws for the protection of public health against the effects of tobacco use. The laws included a prohibiting of many different things, including the banning of tobacco sales to minors, banning cigarette advertisement and promotion, banning the making and marketing of smokeless tobacco, and banning smoking and cigarette sales in health centers, schools, and enclosed workplaces. The government also increased health education, cigarette taxes, and restricted non-smoking areas. A small percentage of the cigarette taxes also goes to funding preventative programs. However, the most powerful impact was the mandatory cigarette warning labels that consisted of gruesome yet true pictures that could easily change any smoker's mind. Poland's Health Promotion Foundation also hosts an annual stop smoking campaign called the Great Polish Smokeout. This campaign encourages smokers of why and how they should quit smoking. But the best part of all, you stop smoking with hundreds and thousands of people, so you're not doing it alone. Each year, at least 200,000 Poles quit smoking due to the smokeout. Since the first smokeout in 1991, 2.5 million Poles have permanently quit smoking. Smoking cigarettes harms every part of your body and continues to affect your body for years. Smoking will cause premature death to half of all smokers, and half of those deaths will be due to cancer. Cancer can occur anywhere in the body, but usually develops in the lungs, mouth, neck, and stomach of a smoker. Chances are, if a smoker does not develop cancer, he or she would develop cardiovascular disease. A smoker is extremely lucky if he or she only develops a smoker's cough, yellowing of the teeth, and premature aging. However, sex, ethnicity does not matter for cigarettes. Either way, every smoker is at risk, and cancer has no age limit. So, how effective were Poland's new tobacco laws? Well, the number of smokers dropped by 4 million between 1980 and 1990. Cigarette consumption also dropped 10% between 1990 and 1998. There was a 30% decrease in lung cancer in males and a 7% decrease in cardiovascular disease. Plus, fewer babies were born with low birth rates and sudden infant death syndrome. Poland did an amazing job with their new tobacco laws. They even saved 10,000 lives each year due to quitting smoking. As you can see, Poland's rate of smoking is constantly still going down today. Non-smokers are up 10%, regular smokers are down about 10% as well, and just a couple more are an occasional smoker. Poland's new tobacco law also raised life expectancy up to 3 years. That's amazing. I love how Poland is continuously increasing the price of cigarettes. It's crazy how small the price is that the government pays for the cigarettes, but once they add the enormous amount of tax to it, it's really no point in buying cigarettes and killing yourself. Poland's tobacco laws have really not changed too much since the 1990s. Poland still monitors how many people do and do not smoke. They still have the same smoke-free policies, but they're trying to concentrate on smoking areas at entertainment spots. And I really like how Poland continues to provide support for individuals who want to stop smoking. However, I don't understand why they stopped putting the gruesome pictures on the cigarette packages. Also, as of December 31st, 2011, there will be no bans on advertisements. Although, they are keeping cigarette prices high, which is a good thing. But one of the best things about Poland's tobacco laws is that anybody could copy them. America could copy them. We can do our Great American Smoke Out and get Americans to stop smoking. We can limit the supply of cigarettes, promote non-smoking behaviors, limit the harmful ingredients in cigarettes, and just promote healthy overall behaviors. No matter how hard you try to stop some people from smoking cigarettes by telling them gruesome facts or hiding their cigarettes, many smokers continue to smoke. Like my father, for example, he continues to smoke even though both of my grandfathers died of lung cancer. But sometimes the addiction is just too hard to beat. Smoking becomes a part of many people's everyday lives and it starts to become normal. But what's really crazy is that cigarette smoking is so addictive, even if people get a second chance at life, they still continue to smoke. Like cardiovascular disease or throat cancer, they still continue to smoke. They're basically committing suicide. They know what they're doing. They're killing themselves. And they know there's no vaccine to stop cigarette smoking. And they know there's no cure for cancer. But what really makes me mad is when I see pregnant women smoke. The babies have no right to go through that kind of torture. You're killing your baby and it's inside of you. You know what you're doing is wrong. What if your baby died? How would you feel? Would you stop smoking? And it also really makes me mad when parents smoke in front of their kids. They know the cigarette smoke is going directly into their face and they are smoking just as well as they are. However, no matter how hard we try to stop smokers from smoking, or even if we stop making cigarettes, it's not going to stop the fact that by 2030, 10 million people are going to die annually. And it's not going to bring back all of our loved ones lost due to cigarettes. But the choice to quit smoking is all yours, and don't wait until cancer comes knocking on your door to stop smoking. And it's 2012, a new year, a new day, the perfect day to stop smoking and live a better life.